Hello, my name is Nicholas Dickey, and I will showcase today the newly released Findexar platform that is designed to provide monetization, scaling, and support for your ChatGPT apps and agents. On October 6th, OpenAI, during their Developer Day, introduced a new way we can create, um, publish apps and agents inside ChatGPT. It also showed a bunch of applications already running inside ChatGPT. They're all great apps created by their partners. But what's common across all of them is that they're created by big tech companies that have resources, that have already implemented the SaaS layer for these applications. These applications can create users, can manage users, create subscription plans, um, take credit cards, provide billing, support and scale those applications. But what about a little guy? What about a startup that wants to monetize their apps or agents using the SDK, apps SDK, or a small or medium-sized enterprise that wants to create an app or an agent for their internal team, but they need to manage that team? What about all the no-code, vibe code, pro code users or people using Zapier or Make and 8N to create MCP servers and turning them into the apps inside ChatGPT? How can they turn those apps into a business? How can they run them as a business? Um, so that's where Findexar comes in. It was purposefully created to provide the business operations layer underpinning your ChatGPT apps and agents. Why ChatGPT only? The only reason is that it's the only platform, only AI host that supports today high-level MCP UI um, toolkit protocol, Skybridge, HTML templates, and widgets created using it. As soon as other AI hosts will start supporting either Skybridge or will implement a similar protocol themselves, we will be able to support them as well. So when you are deploying on Findexar, you have the future path wide open. I will demonstrate Findexar using the example app provided with the apps SDK, the pizza app. If you played with SDK, you already seen that many times probably. I will start by directly connecting it to ChatGPT the way you do today. And after that, I will show how to connect it to Findexar and how to configure Findexar and to turn that app into a SaaS platform. So let's go to ChatGPT. You have to be in a developer mode in order to do this. And we are creating the new app using the endpoint that I said here. I'm basically hosting the pizza app on my dev server right here and exposing it to the world via an ngrok tunnel. So this is the endpoint. I'm going to call it pizza SDK example. It doesn't have any authentication. That's the point. That's one of the benefits of Findexar, that it would provide the authentication. But it is what it is, and we're connecting to it. And here we are. ChatGPT got the schema, all the tools, all the templates and resources. So we can just go ahead and connect chat to this app and use it. Show me the pizza carousel. That's one of the tools there. Again, if you played with SDK, you've seen this. And this is it. Direct, and that's what it is. And now we will use Findexar uh, as a platform to turn this pizza server application into a SaaS business. I've already set up uh, the organization of Findexar for this test, and now I'm wearing a hat of a creator using Findexar. So it is a pretty fresh environment, nothing is interesting here, but we will go and create a new sandbox, a new test environment, or demo environment, or dev environment, whatever you want to call it. It's like Stripe test environment. It is safe. It uses um, test Stripe environment in its operations. The same thing with Clerk here. It is a special test environment, so it is pretty safe. We will start by connecting Findexar to my Stripe account. It's a test Stripe account, but it represents the creator's Stripe account. And that's one of the features of Findexar. We call it bring your own Stripe. We connect to your Stripe. You own all the users. They live inside your Stripe account. They're just connected to our Stripe account. And you can take them away to some other place. They're yours. Um, Try that with Apple Store or future ChatGPT Store. We already connected this account to a different deployment before, so we filled out all the form fields, so it's going to be very quick. Just confirm, we're just establishing connection to this deployment. If you're doing it for the first time, it may take 10 minutes or more, 15 minutes to go through validation, but then it's pretty quick. Now we can start, we can go and do next the downstream connectors, which will connect to your downstream MCP server, my downstream MCP server, in this case, that pizza server. So we will use this, first of all, we support directly Zapier, Make, and NA10 as the MCP server types, but the only difference is in provided instructions. They're pretty much the same. Here we will call it pizza creatively. There are no API key involved, and we have that same ngrok endpoint. We will import the schema just like ChatGPT did, only 10 times faster. And we have all the actions and resources here. So pretty much the same thing that we did in ChatGPT. So far, so good. Now we need to create an upstream connector. Upstream connector is what exposes uh, a new wrapper MCP service to upstream clients like ChatGPT. And it can connect to multiple downstream connectors. So we have downstream connector like like pizza server, and an upstream connector that will connect to that downstream connector, or maybe some others, as you will see in a second. There are no connections yet. It tells us that we have to first create the free subscription plan. It is required because your new users that will be signing up will be automatically assigned to your free plan. You can only have one free plan at a time because of that, but it has to be created first. And by the way, I am as a creator here because I'm wearing the hat of a creator. I'm also subscribed to Findexar by default to the free plan. So there is my subscription to Findexar, and then there is end user subscriptions to my app, and I need to create subscription plans for that. So we will start with a free trial plan. Um, take a look around. Monthly price 0. That's what makes it a free plan. Yeah. And we will make it very restricted. Only 2 credits because we want to demonstrate how the user runs out of credits. And that's it. Very simple. And while we're at it, let's create a paid plan so we can show how to upgrade to a paid plan. I don't know, let's call it basic plan. startup plan. Let's say the monthly price is 19.99 for 100 credits with an overage price of 20 cents. So it's the same overage price as the included credit price. Um, it's up to you to create a business model that works, but we provide the tools to make it easy to see what you're paying to Findexar for each call and what you're getting from the user, making sure that you see profit. For internal plans, obviously the end user is always on a free plan. It's a special type of internal plan, so they're not never bothered with this. So now we have both subscription plans, and we can go back and create an upstream connector. Now the warning should go away. It did. Um, the upstream connector can connect to, like I said, multiple downstream connectors. So we automatically include Findexar service. This is a special singleton downstream connector that actually implements all the SaaS related functionality. So when we include it, and we include it by default, you get all the tool calls that are relevant and widgets to SaaS functionality. But we will also add our pizza downstream connector. We will also provide the only um, um, the only reason for that is this will be used for the signature on ABA on the support emails that Findexar sends to end users. So because the email is coming from Findexar, but there will be a signature so you can connect to your own support organization this way. And that's it. We're done. It's very, very quick. You can see that we now have both tools for um, SaaS functionality and for pizza functionality. Both of them are there. So create connector. And now we have the endpoint for this upstream connector that we can use directly with ChatGPT to create an app. So let's go back. Let's create a new chat just to clear things up. And we will create an application using this URL. We can call it the same thing. Um, now we have the authentication provided by Findexar. So now we are wearing a hat of the end user. Before, that's why I'm using different browsers. So before I was representing the creator, setting up the account on Findexar, but now I'm the end user connecting to the application inside ChatGPT. They will probably modify the way it is done. Today, it's for development purposes only. So now I have to basically sign in as the end user into the application. If I have a special test account that I'm using here, but I deleted it from Findexar from Clerk. So we will have to sign up from scratch, which is a good thing. I wanted to show it. Okay, so that's how the end user will sign up to the application. We'll see if we can customize it in the future to brand it more that it's not just Findexar, but it's your app. That is something on our to-do list. Now, this is all happening inside ChatGPT. Our functionality is pretty quick. So they want um, the verification that was sent through email. So here we are. And they want you to confirm you're sharing your email address with us. And by the way, you will get that email address injected into the calls to your MCP downstream MCP server. There is a way to do it by tagging certain parameters and function calls as um, with properties like username, email, etc., so that we can inject those in runtime. So here we are. We have connected to that MCP server. It is a blend of SaaS-related tools here and pizza-related tools, as expected. We can connect it to the chat, and we can do what we did before. Uh, Except I will use a different tool. Show me the pizza map. We have to confirm it because it is now authenticated. And here we are. It's actually doing the call right now, showing the template first and then making the call. The difference is that now we can go into Findexar dashboard and actually see that user that signed up, right? We can see that the user made one call to Pizza Map downstream connector. We can even see the details of that call. We can see the timing, broadly speaking, where the time was spent. We can see the upstream request response and downstream request response. We have detailed timing information here, at least for the duration of public beta. We're going to keep it to help us debug if there are slowdowns. You can see specifically upstream is inside Findexar platform, and downstream is inside your MCP server, in this case, the pizza server. So you can see that it was the downstream server that took almost a second. Um, we actually, the first call is a bit slower on our side, and then things get cached and it becomes pretty, pretty fast, much faster. So we have the usage also dashboard that shows we can group it by tool, by connector, the same usage logs, and we have the income, the business side of the operations, because both the end user and me myself are using free plans. It's not very exciting here. It's all zeros. But what I'm going to show now is I'm going to call it or some tool a couple of times. Show me the pizza albums so that we're going to hit the limit for the user credits. We created the plan, free plan with only 2 credits, remember? So the way it works, user always gets 1 more credit because we're processing guardrails after the function call. And for the next call, it will be flagged. So let's do the third call, which is pizza list. So now when we go, we need to approve this. So now when we go into the dashboard, we will see all those calls happening. Obviously, there is a little bit of a delay. Where are we? Revenue usage. So we have 3 calls, right? 3 credits were used on a 2 credit plan. Right? If you look at that user, uh, we can see that there were 3 credits actually used. It shows 2 calls because those are the allowed calls, and there was 1 extra. Probably something to look into. Anyway, we see that there is 1 user on a free trial plan, etc., etc. So what will happen when we do the call number 4? Show pizza carousel. So now this user is flagged as over the limit. ChatGPT starts by displaying the template, but then it runs the call, and you see we shutting down this tool And instead, it is calling the subscription manager. This is the SaaS wrapper that was blended into the server, and it offers the basic plan that we created for the user to subscribe. The user can go ahead and then just complete the subscription on Stripe. Obviously, this is a test Stripe, so everything here is funny. Um, this are all bogus. Don't worry about it. So this is again the end user subscribing to your application. So now, if we look at the um, at the dashboard, you can see that there is one user, but now that user is on a basic plan, 1999, and nothing should change here yet. So let's do one more call. Um, show the pizza carousel. So now it will work because now we're subscribed to the app. If we go to the platform, let's see. The user now is on a paid plan. So the way we're showing stuff here, and it's explained here, is that we are showing the cost of credits. There are included credits in the 19.99 per month plan. They're not actual payments of 20 cents per call because the user paid 20 bucks and that user got 100 credits. So we are allocating those credits here to show that this call was sort of has allocated costs of revenue of 20 cents. So we can see that the revenue now is 20 cents and there is no cost because the creator, myself here, is still running on a free plan. But if I was to subscribe to the basic plan, it would show the cost of my credits that I used for this call and then what I earned through from the end user through the use of my application. I guess that's it. Thank you very much. Come and try it out. It's really awesome.